Nestled between the southern Spanish resort towns that millions flock to every summer is this place. Welcome to El Ejido, a vast network of plastic greenhouses. Our supermarkets demand produce, fast, cheap, now. But who pays the real price? I came here to find out, to meet some of the workers who toil inside this so-called plastic city to put the food on our plates. We're surrounded by these plastic greenhouses everywhere you look. The conditions are terrible, pouring rain. Even though we're in Spain, you know, in the heart of Europe, it feels like another world here. It's not just fruit and vegetables. People live inside this plastic maze, and they're locked in at night when the security gates are closed. We heard about some Moroccan women who live in makeshift shacks in terrible conditions, squeezed between the never-ending greenhouses. Some of them can't work anymore. They've been injured. We're going to go and see what happens to them. What happens to the people here who can't work but still live in and around these plastic greenhouses. This is where Fatima lives. Like so many, she came for a better life. But after toiling in the greenhouses, she started getting severe migraines. Now she says employers won't take her on. She's trapped and penniless. As I arrive, I find her desperately battling with the rain. Fatima is showing me behind here. There's a load of stagnant water. It's obviously come down, the rain has been pouring. And it smells, you can't smell it, but it smells really bad. Underneath this polythene world toils an army of cheap migrant labour that can be switched on and off at a moment's notice. Or, like Fatima, abandoned when things go wrong. Another woman who lives here joins us. She says she can't find a job either and is trapped as well.
يد مساعدة ما كايناش هنا.
She's surrounded by greenhouses full of fresh produce, yet her kitchen is bare. El Ejido produces nearly 3 million tonnes of fruit and veg every year. It's sorted and packaged in processing plants ready for export to Britain and across northern Europe. The buying power from supermarkets at the top of the food chain has long driven the industry here. But as the financial crisis hit, the squeeze on prices has rippled down the production line. And it's the workers at the bottom who are feeling the pressure most. Many were too scared to speak on camera, but we managed to make it in behind the plastic. It's in greenhouses like this one that workers spend hours and hours picking vegetables. But what farmers are telling us is, as they face more pressure from supermarkets, squeezing them on price, and at the same time their production costs are rising, that they only have control over one thing, and that's staff costs. So what they're doing is cutting their pay and at the same time increasing their hours and abolishing their contracts. Jose grows peppers, one of 40,000 farmers who cultivate under plastic in El Ejido. Working conditions in his farm are good, he says, but that's not the same for all.
Yo lo reconozco que hay condiciones de trabajo muy malas para la gente que trabaja aquí. Más horas de trabajo, menos sueldo y sin contrato.
What you've described there is illegal. How are people getting away with it?
Como lo hace todo el mundo, pues no lo ven mal. Primero también porque hay mucha impunidad, que no hay inspecciones, no se preocupa el gobierno por esto. Esto lo sabe todo el mundo.
Youssef knows it. It's not his real name. He's hiding his identity using the mask and safety goggles he's forced to pay for himself for protection against pesticides while working in the greenhouses.
Pero para llegar hasta Inglaterra hay gente que ha sufrido mucho. Solfato la gente está trabajando. Cada persona que no quiere trabajar en el polvo, el jefe apunta una lista se llama lista negra, o se llama lista de sardinas podridas.
Those rotten sardines work for a company whose products end up all over Europe, including on our plates in the UK.
La empresa de inglés contratar personas españoles para ver la situación de la empresa, cómo está.
Before the checks, he says the workers' facilities are quickly transformed.
Tenemos servicios, pero cuando viene el visita, tiene el papel, tiene el agua, tiene jabón, tiene todo. Se pasa la visita, pasa una persona, coge todo. Ocultarlos hasta el próximo visita. Volver. Visita. Para acá. Tiene que salir a la naturaleza. Porque, ¿con qué para limpiar? Con la piedra, con la hierba.
Conditions are tough, but even he says he's one of the lucky ones. He has a job. Sadi wakes up at dawn every day, desperate to find one. He fled a war in Mali, crossed the Sahara on foot, survived the Mediterranean. Now this is his world.
Comunque sono qui da 3 mesi, però ho lavorato solo 2 giorni. Difficilissimo per trovare qualcosa da fare qua.
He showed me around his house, a rundown building he shares with 8 others.
Caldo non c'è solamente anche.
So just only cold water in the shower, and it leaks, and you can see it's in a terrible state.
Perché vogliamo cambiare per tutto, però se non ce l'abbiamo i soldi per quello c'è problema. Non avevo saputo che c'è questa lavora qua. Se sapevo prima che in Spagna è così, non venivo.
But they keep coming, many risking their lives for a European dream that for now doesn't exist. Those in work and those without are stuck, waiting for the storm to pass.